So I recently made a new friend in tennis, someone who is super consistent, super solid, hits pretty hard, will always be down to play, and will not flake on me on a tennis session, as long as it is fully charged. Love it or hate it, AI technology is getting more advanced day by day, and is becoming a big part of everybody's lives. These days, I rely on it all the time at work, and if I could somehow use AI to help me not suck at tennis, I would of course use it. And now, luckily, I have the chance. Okay, so I got sent this bad boy recently. It's called the PongBot Pace S Pro, and it is the latest advanced smart ball machine. And it also claims to be the first one that is powered by AI. It is currently priced at $2,000, but currently they do have a Black Friday sale going on, which you could get it at 40% off with my link in the description below. But of course, before you guys go ahead and make that decision, this video today will be a review on this PongBot. We'll be playtesting it, running through all of its features, and seeing if this thing is worth the hype and the money. We'll answer the question, just how smart is this ball machine? Will it help me train and get better? Will it replace coaching? Will it help fix my forehand that all my YouTube comments say sucks, even though there's currently nothing wrong with? Will it help me become a better player? Let's find out in this video. So this thing comes with many cool features, and you could definitely spend a lot of time trying to figure out every little feature by yourself. But luckily for you, it does come with this 70-page manual that you could use to kind of figure out all of these little small details with it, except I don't like reading, so just like anyone else would do these days, I asked ChatGPT to summarize what the PongBot can do. And let me just say, there are many cool features. So this ball machine connects to your phone. Android users, no worries. It also works on Android. You can create your own drill with many settings, such as ball speed, shot patterns, ball depth, different types of spin, and it could give you very specific ball patterns that are catered to exactly what you're looking for. But if you're lazy like me and you don't want to create your own drill, there are over 564, which is a very specific number, pre-made drills in their library that you could pick and choose from, and it ranges from all different types of drills, baseline, volleys, overheads, pretty much anything. And I think one of the biggest selling points for this tennis bot is that it is suitable for players of all levels. As I mentioned earlier, the ball machine is very configurable. It can feed ball speeds from 20 miles per hour up to 80 miles per hour. It can feed with very heavy topspin or very heavy underspin. So unless you're trying to work on returning 100 mile per hour serves, this ball machine could pretty much help you with any other type of shot. And here is where the AI comes in. The Pace S Pro, the model I will set, has some smart AI features that I will be going over in a bit. So on the app, there is this challenge match feature where it could mimic you playing a player from NTRB levels 1.0 all the way to 7.0. And I think the level even goes up to 10.0. So I'm assuming that means that it is even better than a professional level tennis player. And last time I played a professional level tennis player, it did not go so well for me. So if you guys are interested in seeing this PongBot kick my butt, stay tuned to the end of the video where we will try out the challenge match feature in its highest difficulty. The key AI features in this ball machine include adaptive rallies that can mimic rallies by adjusting ball placement, and a recovery trigger that delays the next shot it feeds until you recover to a certain area of the court. So essentially, using the sensors that it comes with, the PongBot will be able to use that real-time position and that data to mimic you playing a real player, and also adjust its ball speeds and feeds based on your current level and performance. So yeah, we will be trying this challenge feature at the end of the video, but first, let's run through some basic drills. So this ball machine was definitely heavy, but moving it around was not too difficult at all. You could just roll it around like a suitcase, and it's easy to get it from point A to point B, which is definitely a plus. To set this thing up, it's pretty simple too. All you have to do is place the PongBot at the baseline on the other side of the court, clip the two sensors to the net, lining up with the singles lines. I think for the challenge match, you need to line it up with the doubles lines, but for the purpose of these drills, the singles lines was what we were told to put them on, and clip one of the sensors onto yourself. Dude, I think this is like, it's heavy, yeah. Center? Yeah. It's either here or here. Let's put it here. Let's put it here for now. Okay. There is a remote control that can turn the bot on and off, but you can also control it with your phone, so the remote control is not completely necessary. And then that's pretty much it. Put some balls in it, pause, and then you're good to go. Alright, if I make this, I'm changing my forehand grip. So the drills we are going to be doing today will just be targeting things in my game I feel like I need working on, namely just backhands, volleys, and overheads. So let's get started.
Wait.
What's up? What's wrong?
The battery?
Yeah, so I left the battery pack at home charging, and I had to run all the way back to get the battery pack and then come back to the court so we could film the actual video. The first drill I will be running will just be a basic forehand and backhand side to side, just to see how the ball machine feeds, what kind of spin it gives me. On the screen, you can see what the app looks like. There is a large list of drills organized for you into different categories, and there are many ways for you to configure the drill, such as changing the tempo, speed, and how long to rest between each shot. For the sake of this demo, both of us went at the highest difficulty level and didn't really customize the drills any further. At this highest difficulty, the balls did come in pretty heavy, and it definitely took me a while to get used to it. I set this drill to run for 5 minutes, which honestly I should have decreased it because that's a lot of non-stop running side to side, and I was definitely gassed towards the end. But yeah, so far definitely very fun. The balls that the machine was feeding were pretty high quality, high spin, and very similar to playing against a decently high level player. For the second drill, Emily is joining me for some back-end training. 4 different shots all fed pretty short, and the goal was just to step in and attack it. And Emily instantly hits one of the sensors off the net. Even without that one sensor, the drill continues to run just fine. I think the sensor is actually more important once you start doing the smart AI drills where it could actually sense where you are moving, but we'll get to that later. So currently working on just attacking with my backhands. This is something I'm looking to do more in my matches. The first couple of rounds, both of us will be just hitting to the deuce side, targeting the opponent's backhand side. Well, normally, unless they're lefty, in which case the best way to play a lefty is just to not play them at all. We did a couple of rounds of hitting all 4 backhands to the ass side, and then we changed it up to go line on some shots, which is also a very hard shot in my opinion, but also very useful, and another shot I'm trying to add into my list of shots. But we ran through an entire basket of this drill, and then we have one more drill before we get into the challenge match feature. Okay, so final drill, definitely one of the more challenging drills we did that day. 2 volleys followed by 2 overheads. The feeds for the volleys and the overheads were both pretty challenging, and also the tempo of this drill was definitely pretty fast. As soon as the ball machine fed the last overhead, the volley came in less than a second after. So actually, this drill was perfect for 2 people, but pretty much impossible for 1 person to do it themselves without customizing the rest time. And you guys will probably see my overheads kind of suck. So if you guys ever play me in a match, just feed me the easiest overheads and you'll probably win more than half of those points. And because the ball machine was non-stop feeding, both of us got a little bit confused and jumbled up at times in the beginning, and it took us some time to get into a rhythm and get used to the pattern of the drill. But once we got going, it started to get a little bit more smooth. Okay, so we ran through a couple of drills and some thoughts on it quickly. Overall, these drills were a lot of fun. We only ran through 3 drills. There's a library of hundreds of drills that you could look through and find one that is catered to what you're looking for. And I have no complaints of the ball machine. It places the ball well. You could obviously configure it to how you need. And when we were doing the first drill, it was just giving me normal topspin. The shot quality was really good. When we were doing the second drill, it fed us some short balls that were slower with less spin, and it was good for us to work on hitting aggressively. And for the final drill, it was giving us tough volleys and overheads for us to work on. Pretty much it gave us a little bit of everything, and I guess it shows that the ball machine is capable of having a lot of variety. So we ran through the drills, got a good idea of what the ball machine is capable of. Now let's answer this question: can this thing replace a hitting partner? Let's run through the challenge match feature. The first time around, we never got a chance to try all the smart PongBot features, which includes the adaptive challenge match that I was talking about many times throughout this video. We already know it could feed all types of shots, hit them even harder and with more spin than most recreational players can. but the real question is, can it mimic the feeling of actually playing against someone? So on the app, there is a smart pace tab that includes all of the advanced features that comes with the PongBot Pace S Pro model, which includes recovery trigger, adaptive rally, match challenge, which is what we're going to be trying out, and then arena of dash. So first off, we'll be trying one of the lower levels in the NTRP match challenge. The level goes from 0.5 increments all the way up to 10.0. I was assuming that it corresponded to NTRP levels, and obviously there is no NTRP levels higher than 7.0. I assume that the levels higher than 7.0 would just mean that the difficulty will be harder than playing against a professional level 10 player. That is what I'm assuming they're claiming, considering how level 10 is titled Apocalyptic. So to start off, we have the 4 or 5 level baseline topspin and backspin, where it will throw you all different types of shots, but only at the baseline, which is pretty accurate considering most of my 4 or 5 matches are just baseline grind fests. And to be honest, this was pretty intense. And one thing I want to note is that when the machine gives you backspin, the backspin is actually really heavy. The ball will stay really low and short, and sometimes, since a lot of the balls I put in the machine were kind of dead, it was really hard to deal with.
Yeah. I don't understand the beeps.
I want to point out that the ball machine does beep when it changes its shot pattern, but the thing is, you don't know what it's going to be changing to, whether it will feed you a lob, a short ball, a slice, or deep spin. So while it would be helpful to know what shot is coming, this can better help with your anticipation and your reaction, but it's just a lot harder than playing a real person. Okay, so we ran through the 4 or 5 match play now. A little bit difficult, but now it is time to jump up a level to 5-0. The description of this will just be baseline and also net training at the same time, which makes sense since in USTA at the 5-0 level, people actually come to the net to finish points.
Oh, this spot's dead.
Just like the 4-5 drill, this one was a little bit harder to figure out what the next spot was going to be, and I get it. The point is you aren't supposed to know, and I guess that's part of the challenge.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
When you play against the actual person, you can kind of tell when they're about to slice or drop shot, so you could prematurely prepare for it. But with a ball machine, obviously there is no way for you to actually know until the ball comes out. So a lot of times you will have to react to it after you see the ball coming. But because of this, it was definitely a struggle for me playing against this ball machine. I think during these drills, I was also too worried about getting high quality shots off, ripping the ball, hitting the ball hard, rather than just working on my consistency. But anyways, this is the 5-0 level drill. If you think I'm struggling now, stay tuned in a bit where we both attempt the hardest level. So clearly, I was struggling with a 5-0 match challenge, but based on the training report, I actually somehow won most of these combos, which is interesting. I am curious how they track this. And now, for fun, we are going to try out the challenge match feature at the highest difficulty, which is going to be the Apocalyptic level.
Oh. Okay. We're cutting that all out. It's not that hard. What the fuck? I'm gonna pick up the balls and run that shit back.
Now I want to point out that a lot of these last couple of levels are all labeled general net training, which I feel like they could have had better names or a little bit more descriptive names. Just kind of curious what the level difference is between each level increment. When I was doing this level 10 drill, it for sure was hard. The interval where the balls came in were a lot faster, heavier, and more random. The focus for me, of course, was not to get a good quality shot off, but just to get every ball back. I'm curious just how much harder this is versus like a 9.5, a 9.0, or even level 8. Definitely for sure more challenging than level 5, but out of curiosity, I just want to know what each level increase entails. But yeah, this is going to be me and Emily attempting level 10. I think Emily did a little bit better than I did in this challenge, but looking back on the clips when I was trying to get to the balls, it was kind of funny. So hope you guys enjoy.
What? Look at that. Oh. I guess so. Shit. Oh my god. He missed. Crap.
Oh no. We're done. Alrighty, so we just wrapped up our second session with PongBot, and you can see Emily is still out there drilling. We just got done with the match challenge feature. It was just mostly for fun. The goal is just to get all of it back. I think when you play at one of the higher intensity levels, like we were doing level 10, which is the highest setting, the goal isn't to hit high quality shots, it's just to get every ball back, and it was definitely a challenge for sure. I don't know if it will help me improve at all, maybe my fitness. Definitely would recommend doing the other settings, the other match challenge settings, the more easier ones. Overall, I would say it was a very good training tool, but one thing I would want to note is, unlike playing against players, you can't really tell what the PongBot is going to do. A lot of times when it's beeping, we don't really know what kind of ball it's going to send, and when it like slices the ball or keeps it really low with a lot of underspin, the machine does a really good job with it. And plus, if your balls aren't new, because we're not filling the PongBot with new balls or anything, the balls just don't bounce, and that ball is like almost impossible, at least for my level, to retrieve that ball. I just wanted to make note of that, but overall, it was just a lot of fun, and I will see you guys in a bit for a final review of this PongBot. Okay, so I have my notes here. I just want to give some final thoughts on what I thought about this ball machine. So first off, I definitely had a lot of fun just playing around with it, trying all of its features, trying all of the features on the app, and just kind of testing what it could do throughout the last 2 sessions. I definitely will be using this in my training in the future, and I think it will for sure help me improve my tennis. I, for one, really liked how challenging it was to deal with the underspin that this thing fed. And because I am pretty bad at playing against underspin, I could just take the spot out, feed myself a bunch of underspin, and get used to hitting against that. And maybe in a future match where I play a player like Hassan, it will be a lot easier for me. And if you're a beginner, I feel like you could definitely use this to work on your strokes and just get a lot of good repetition in against some consistent high quality ball feeding. Intermediate and more advanced players can definitely work on more catered techniques and parts of their game, as this ball machine can be configured to give you very specific drills and types of shots. And I could see coaches and more competitive players also being able to incorporate this into their routine, whether it is just to fine-tune parts of their game that need to be worked on, or just overall for high intensity fitness training. And if you guys are looking to get the PongBot yourself and don't want to spend $2,000 on it, like I mentioned earlier, they are running a 40% off sale for Black Friday. So if you guys want to go check it out and you feel like this ball machine is right for you and want to support the channel, feel free to use my link down in the description below. But if you guys want to support my channel in other ways, please do leave a like and comment down below what you guys think of this PongBot, and of course hit that subscribe button if you guys want to stick around on my tennis journey. I don't often do videos outside of tennis matches, so I would really appreciate support on this video, just so I know that people actually enjoy videos outside of me playing tennis matches. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, appreciate you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next time for another tennis video.